Today, my season is not being active politically. My season is to serve the country in a cabinet position, particularly in this new, young and mature and new and young sector of mining. I am determined to not bring politics into this sector. And my experience in different ministries in government and also I have been very instrumental in many formulation of bills in several ministries. And I want quickly to mention, I've been instrumental to the bill, the Gender Commission Bill, the Disability Bill, the Heritage Bill, and the Tourism Bill. And of that experience, I will make sure that this sector has a mining bill. Therefore, it can also categorically address the issue of professionalism and the professionals in this sector being geologists, the aspect of licensing and regulation, and the aspect of mapping and surveying. The first agenda I will do, first the legal framework in place. The second is to do a geophysical survey of the country, that we know what is happening. And then continue with a geochemical survey of the specific areas of interest that we are going to know which resources we have. I listen. I will definitely get it up and running very soon. I did that in tourism and in all other ministries I've done in sports, gender, as well as heritage. And I believe with your support in Parliament and with support of the government, I'll be able to achieve this. I'm aware that we have resources and people have resources in their regions, but poverty levels are too high. What are we doing? So all this legal framework we are putting in place, we want to make sure that it trickles down to the mwananchi at the grassroots level. I am intending also, with this 6 billion shillings savings we have done in the IEBC, I believe it will be allocated for women and groups. I am intending to communicate to the head of state, to the president, and ask him to allocate at least 200 to 300 million to be specifically for the small miners, youth and women in those regions that are already working and they need help and support. So that is one of the things I've thought, and I think it will be able to work because resources are already available for youth and women. And even youth and women in the mining sector need to be supported. I have received the affidavit that was signed by Jimmy Koge, particularly on Utalii College. I have responded, I think, comprehensively on this affidavit. If you want to make a difference, you will definitely be able to upset some people. And some people will not be happy. And sometimes you'll think it's over and you have gone through, but at times they will wait for the time to hit you. And maybe this is the time this has happened. But I think also I want to appreciate it's a constitutional right for Mr. Koge, and I will be more than glad to answer all the allegations that have been put in place. There were allegations of the Utalii Hotel and Utalii College to be separated to be two independent bodies. I did not make that decision myself, Mr. Speaker. When I was appointed end of April 2008 as the Minister for Tourism, there were hue and cry on the issue of the quality of personnel trained at Utalii College. The place was run down, demoralized staff. At the same time, the quality of output was poor. The Utalii Hotel was run down totally. It was now draining resources from the college, and it was making the college to be unmanageable in terms of its professional core business. So the proposal by the task force was separated, established two separate boards. We agreed on it. Later, an interministerial committee that I established to advise me how to implement the task force, and because it was interministerial, some of them are the same people within Utalii. They did not want to lose the grip of the hotel. The college was not eventually separated, but because I respected the opinion of interministerial committee. But the proposal of separation was not my opinion. It was the opinion of the task force, and it's written categorical in the task force report. The issue of 93 million. 93 million was conceptualized budgeted, tender processes was done prior to my arrival as the Minister of Tourism. When the issue have been accused that I have transferred Mrs. Makawiti out of Utalii College because she did not play to my whims, that is unfounded. Mrs. Makawiti took over from Thomas Duda as the principal. She became an acting principal. They went through the process of tendering. I transferred Mrs. Makawiti to this prestigious building as the CEO of KICC. If Mrs. Makawiti did not come to my whims, I would have punished her instead. Why would I have promoted her here and appointed her as the CEO of this place? And as I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, Mrs. Makawiti has not complained against me. As I was coming to this place, Mrs. Betty Makawiti has sent me a message of goodwill and best wishes. So I wondered what is happening with Mr. Koge. There was 43 million already earmarked in the budget for the second Utalii College. We asked Utalii College to transfer that money in the new college account. And we named that new college as Ronangala Utalii College, which is supposed to be built in Vipingo. As we are talking, sir, that project is almost on the final stages of tendering, and the construction should start being built very soon. I believe this year we'll start construction of the Kenya Utalii College. That will be a huge college, not only for the coast, but for the country.